Hello and welcome to a new video. Okay, so a while ago now I got a little email asking if I wanted to collaborate with this company called Noissue and if I wanted to receive my own custom-made tissue paper. So I said yeah, I would really love to. So I want to make clear that it is gifted to me. But yeah, anyway, before starting, I want to tell you a tiny bit more about the company. So Noissue is a company that provides eco-friendly packaging and all their products are FSC certified, which means that it is all sustainable and stuff. They also have acid-free paper and it's also lignin and sulfur free, which basically means that the ink doesn't stain and that the chemicals won't leave anything behind when decomposing. And also they use soy-based inks, which are very eco-friendly. So yeah. So in today's video you will see the whole progress of designing the tissue paper to its arriving at my home. So yeah. Alright, so I started off with just going through my sketchbooks because I didn't feel like doing a whole new illustration and basically spending a lot of time on drawing things because I am a really slow drawer and painter, which I'm saying all the time, but it's really true. And yeah, I have enough paintings and drawings that I'm not using for anything, so I thought that I could use them for this. And quite quickly I realized that I really needed to find a theme. If I was going to design a tissue paper with ferns and moths and beetles and all different kind of things, then it would be a little bit too much because my illustrations are kind of detailed and yeah, it would look, as I said, it's a bit too much. So I decided on a theme which is beetles, and I have this little sketchbook in which I do beetle paintings only, so I decided to just use all those illustrations because I haven't used them for anything yet. So yeah, I started by scanning them all in, so I have them digital because I didn't really know what I was going to do with them yet. I could also choose to do some digital drawing, and I think if you are a bit into digital drawing, then that's a great option, but I'm not really great with that and I don't have an iPad or anything, so yeah, I just chose to do this way. But I think that if you do have an iPad, you can basically just draw your own tissue paper, which I think is really cool as well. I could have done that as well, but as I said, it would have taken me so long, so I decided to just scan in some paintings that I already had. So when I scanned in all the paintings, I opened them all in Photoshop and I turned them all into one color because you can only print 2 or 3 colors, I think, but I'm not sure. But how I did that was go to image in Photoshop and then do adjustments and then threshold or something, and you can play a little bit with the levels and stuff, and your illustration should be looking something like mine. Yeah, I was doing this for all the paintings and just putting them in sort of a pattern because I wanted to create a pattern of these beetle paintings. Yeah. So then when I finished my pattern, I just added some details and just went over some lines with a brush basically, and just made some lines thicker and yeah, just because the pattern is gonna be a lot smaller than it is on screen, and yeah, I wanted everything to be clear and stuff, because for example this one, if I would just leave it like this and it would be a lot smaller, you wouldn't even see the outlines. So yeah, and I basically did that for every little painting until I was happy with them. Then I went into Illustrator and I turned my pattern into a vector image, which is basically an image where no matter how far you zoom in, the image stays sharp and there are basically no like pixels and stuff. I'm very bad at explaining this, but yeah, it's really simple. If you want to know how to do it, you should just Google it, because my graphic design level is like very basic. But yeah, it is really important to do this, because no matter what size you make them, it won't lose quality basically. So yeah. So then it was kind of time to pick a color, and as you can see, they have so many colors to choose from that it's a bit crazy. So I really couldn't decide. But yeah, as I said, I think you can print up to 3 colors or something. So first I wanted to do a design with like 2 colors, but realized that it was a bit too much and that my pattern was a lot already on its own. So I decided to keep my pattern white and then put a lovely color on the background basically. So I haven't decided yet on the colors that I was going to use, because yeah, I couldn't decide. But I made a file in InDesign of the size of the tissue paper, and I basically just started to create the pattern. And as I said, my graphic design skills are very basic, so people that do have more skills than I do, which are probably a lot of people, will be thinking, Kim, what are you doing? There is an easy way to do this. But anyway, I did it. But yeah, I'm sorry. Also, I can hear my graphic design teacher screaming at me because the way I'm doing this. I only studied graphic design for basically not even a year, so I do have some very basics in like InDesign and Illustrator and stuff, but as I said, it's very basic. But yeah, I created my pattern in InDesign, and this is what it looks like. So after not knowing what color to pick for like a few days, I decided on a color, and also after checking the file for like 1,000 times, I ordered them, and I was so excited. When you order them, you have to wait for the file to be approved, and then it gets printed and shipped. I think it took about 2 weeks for them to arrive or something, maybe even a little bit longer. But once it was shipped, it arrived quite quickly. So yeah. And also, if you place an order, you can plant a tree, which I've never done before. So that was really cool as well. And I did really like that.